Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for March 25, 2024, Halfway Tree primary school teacher suffers a stroke, dies 5 days later. The staff and the students of Halfway Tree Primary are mourning the loss of physical education teacher Jermaine Jones, who died Friday evening after he reportedly suffered a stroke a few days earlier. His wife, Janice Jones, a vice principal of Woolmer's Boys School, confirmed that her 45-year-old husband, Jermaine, suffered a stroke while heading to work on Monday last week. He was admitted to the University Hospital of the West Indies on Monday morning and then died on Friday evening. He died on Friday night. It is a devastating loss, but we are being supported by friends and the family. Jermaine had a pre-existing condition as he had open heart surgery in 2017, but he had been fine, Jones said. Jermaine is survived by his wife and 3 children. Carol O'Connor Clark, principal of the Halfway Tree Primary, called Jones's death a terrible loss as he had worked as a physical education teacher for 25 years at the institution. He was loved by parents and the students. He always arrived at school early. That says a lot about his dedication. He was a very loyal worker who took his job seriously, and his interest in his job was remarkable. We have lost a great asset, a wonderful colleague and a friend, Clark said. Jermaine was a go-getter, an innovator. He organized and hosted the school's first ever track meet just last week, Saturday, March 16, at the school, with over 8 schools competing. He has taken the school to new heights. He read the scripture at the school's 100th anniversary service. We were just on the field together last Saturday, so all this is a big shock to us. A lot of teachers are dying, a lot. This is just a tremendous shock, the primary school principal added. There has been much room in concern about the number of educators dying suddenly, pushing the Jamaica Teachers Association to commission a study to determine if there is a corollary between the stress levels that educators face in the classroom and their mental and physical state of being. MP Robert Chin to visit Integrity Commission regarding financial statements today. Robert Chin, Member of Parliament for Manchester Southern, has responded to a notice posted by the Integrity Commission stating that he will be at its office on Monday, March 25, 2024. The Integrity Commission reportedly posted a notice in the Observer and the Gleaner and shared on social media, asking the MP to attend on the office of the Integrity Commission by March 27, 2024. The Commission said in the notice that it had made several attempts to contact Chin without success. While the Integrity Commission did not disclose the reason for summoning the MP, Chin stated in a release on Sunday that he has been in contact with the Integrity Commission in relation to financial statements it requested. It has been brought to my attention that a public notice bearing the logo of the Integrity Commission was published in the Gleaner, the Observer, and circulated on social media widely on Sunday, March 24, 2024, asking me to attend the office of the Integrity Commission by March 27, 2024, Chin said. I have been in touch with the Integrity Commission over the last few months in relation to requested financial statements for companies of which I am a director. These have not yet been completed by the company's accountants and as a result are still outstanding, he added. He went on to apologize to the Integrity Commission for not providing an update sooner. I apologize for not providing an update to the Commission sooner. I will be attending the office of the Integrity Commission on Monday, March 25, 2024 to have the matter resolved, Chin disclosed. Indicom has 55 matters involving police personnel in court. The Independent Commission of Investigations has referred dozens of police personnel for prosecution over the last 5 years. That's according to Indicom Commissioner Hugh Faulkner. Currently, Indicom has 55 matters in court arising from investigations, he revealed, noting that a 56th case was taken to resolution last week when an officer was found guilty of unlawful wounding and was sentenced as a result. Among those matters under investigation, he revealed that one goes back as far as 2010.
Currently, Indicom has 55 matters in court arising from investigations. And in fact, last Friday we had 56, but an officer was found who was found guilty of unlawful wounding was sentenced last week, so that reduced our number to 55. Well, if you look at our list of investigations, currently there's one from 2010 that is not frequent. There's one prior to last week incident. That one, the officer had resigned and went to live in the United States and returned to Jamaica a couple weeks ago. So at that point, he was taken into custody and charged.
Brady ordered to prison, but the disbarred attorney gets a last-minute reprieve for $134 million FCJ debt. Harold Brady, the disbarred attorney and a former politician, has been ordered to serve 30 days in prison for failing to hand over half of the $140 million he collected for a publicly owned company from the sale of a St. Andrew property. However, Brady will remain free because the order, made by the Supreme Court on Friday, was put on hold after his attorneys signaled their intention to challenge it in the Court of Appeal. With interest, legal costs and other charges, the $70 million debt has already ballooned to approximately $134 million, according to attorneys for the state-owned Factories Corporation of Jamaica. Last year, FCJ, through its attorneys, filed an application in court to have Brady committed to prison for breaching a previous court order made in December 2018 to make monthly payments of $1 million to FCJ starting January 2019. The disbarred attorney admitted in court that he has not made any payment and instead filed a proposal under the Insolvency Act indicating how he plans to settle his debts. The proposal triggered a clause in the legislation which automatically places a freeze on all bankruptcy-related proceedings before the Jamaican courts. But in a double blow to Brady, the Supreme Court on Friday lifted the protection clause before ripping into the once prominent attorney and influential figure in the governing Jamaica Labour Party. I do not find this evidence that he does not have the means to pay to be believable, said the judge seen by the news. It noted, as an example, that the assertion by Brady that the failure to comply with the December 2018 order was because he does not have the means to pay came after his initial explanation that he does not owe FCJ and cannot pay what he does not owe. This, the court said, indicates a resolution that he will not pay as opposed to an inability to pay. There is a deliberate disregard for the orders of the court by Mr. Brady. On a totality of the evidence, I am satisfied beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Brady has willfully disobeyed the order of the court, the judgment said. In the circumstances, the following orders are made: that Mr. Brady is to be committed to the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center for a period of 30 days for contempt of the order of the court dated December 5, 2018. The order was suspended pending the outcome of his appeal. Responding to questions about the grounds for the appeal, Brady directed the news to his attorney, Douglas Lees. But when contacted yesterday, Lees said he had no comment on the committal order and the proposed appeal because I didn't appear for him in that matter. Brady was also ordered to post a $2 million bond and to surrender his travel documents at the Supreme Court. A stop order has been placed on him at the port. The Supreme Court, in explaining its decision to lift the protection clause granted by the Insolvency Act, said it was satisfied that FCJ has established that it is likely to be materially prejudiced if the freezing orders remains in place. The presiding judge noted that serious thought was given to the legal arguments presented by Lees, Brady's attorney, in the insolvency proposal case that the automatic protection clause should not be lifted because that would be antithetical to the objectives of the insolvency legislation. The court finds it ironic that concerns are raised as regards the object and the purpose of the act being thwarted if the stay were to be lifted, given the determination by the court that Mr. Brady is misusing the act, the court has said. This decision will be challenged in the Court of Appeal, Lees disclosed. Brady's multi-million-dollar debt to FCJ came to public attention in 2015 when the company filed a complaint against him before the General Legal Council, which regulates the legal profession in Jamaica. According to the complaint, the former FCJ attorney collected the full $140 million purchase price for a property located on Marcus Garvey Drive from the purchaser, late former cabinet minister Dr. Neville Gallimore. However, FCJ complained that Brady only accounted for $70 million, despite numerous requests for him to hand over the funds. The company complained too that Brady's failure to hand over the file relating to the transaction with a due expedition and to register the sale agreement within 30 days caused the company to incur interest and penalties that pushed the debt to $111 million. That figure was updated to $134 million during the committal proceedings hearing. After a hearing, the GLC found Brady guilty of professional misconduct and ordered that his name be struck from the list of attorneys authorized to practice in Jamaica, and that he should pay FCJ $111 million with interest. In 2018, the former JLP legal advisor and a candidate for the constituency of St. Andrew Southeastern was evicted from his rented home in the Upper St. Andrew neighborhood of Cherry Gardens. It came after attorneys for the owner of the 4-bedroom property went to court and obtained an eviction order for outstanding rent totaling US $65,000 or approximately Jamaican $7.8 million.